Yo, what's going on? What's going on? What's going on? It's your boy Professor Pippin back in this bitch on I trade the Asian trying to get active, trying to get laid. Yes, sir. Coming back with that weekend analysis. Just sitting up, ain't got nothing to do, can't fall asleep, ain't nothing on TV I'm really interested in. So we're gonna go ahead and pop these charts off instead of waiting until tomorrow. Anybody who's watching that breakdown, what was it? Last Thursday, we talked about that buy limit we was looking for in UCAD. I don't know if I dropped a picture of it, but that buy limit was right here, exactly to the T. We had it identified right over here. And I don't know what made me just think of this, but we was looking for it to come back into this area right here. We had that area of interest, and then we had that TP based off that liquidity area looking left. They smashed us on profits all the way up to the top side, to the top side, to the top side. So we're gonna get at it. We're gonna get at it. We're gonna get live. We're gonna start off with that AU. Let me see if I take a picture of that. Probably. No, I did not. But that came out on the 26th. What day was the 26th? So if you ain't had a chance to catch that video, go hop on that video from Thursday to 26th. I dropped two of them things. It was in this compare and contrast. I told y'all what I was looking for Thursday night. It wouldn't be on the back test video, but the compare and contrast is definitely on there. It definitely got the outline, definitely showed you how I got to that point. And then you can just see if you can find a similar setup or see if that can help influence your thought process, trading idea aspect in any way. But kicking over to that AU, still bearish on the higher time frames, weekly, daily, all that good shit. We'll expand that thing. One thing we did see last week was that breaker structure on that higher time frame coming down and breaking that low. We did finally finally see that break of that low. But as I was looking at this and analyzing on the lower time frames, I started to see a little bit of pattern that may pop up in the upcoming weeks that could potentially give us some good gas and insight. But for right now, previously the weekly or the daily high was from here to here. We got that break. So now I'm identifying this high all the way down to this low. None of these lows over here broke the structure to the left. So that's why we aren't identifying a high low here or lower high, lower low. None of that bullshit. We take from the top all the way until it breaks the previous demand zone looking left. So from here to here, all this is internal structure, consolidation, however you want to look at it. But yeah, so got a daily high, daily low right down here, same areas at 4 hour support. When we bump down to the 4 hour time frame, here's where information really start to look like, okay, it could be conflicting. We could be getting set up to get trapped. And I say that because, like I said, that previous daily high to the daily low was here. We pulled back, came down, failed to break the low looking left, came down again, failed to break the current low, and then so on and so forth until last week when we finally got that action to the downside. The confusing part about it, or the conflicting part about it, is before we got this break to the downside, we got the break to the upside. So the way I'm looking at this is, yeah, I do see bearish structure. Yeah, going into the start of next week, I do want to be looking for shorting opportunities. But when we look at the higher time frame swing levels, we say this is a high. We want to identify this is the low, lower high. We've now got the new lower low. Is that right? Yeah, new lower low. All this price action in the middle of this leg here is all one push phase for me. But within this one push phase for me, we also have a second downtrend that has established itself within this one leg. Delete that. Let me bring this up if that makes any sense to you. So we got the high to the low, potential lower high, failed to create. Then we got a higher high, new lower low. So this could be the new lower high area to break down and give you a new lower low right down here. The internal structure within the daily range. So yeah, it becomes conflicting because when you see the break to the top side, we should be looking for pullbacks and then try to go bullish. But when you see the break to the top side and to the downside, you're like, oh shit, what the hell should I be looking for now? And for me, as we go down to the lower time frames and continue to move on through the analysis, I drew all those angles or identified that structure simply because I think we should be going short, but there is a possibility we could be going bullish. Slight possibility. But what I'm looking at here is as I see the internal price action that I had identified in the white, what we got was the high to the lower high failed to create, got a new higher high and lower low. So ultimately on this lower time frame on the hourly perspective, what I'm seeing is this lower high, lower low. But with the internal structure, we see all this what people call noise. When the actual move that we should be paying attention to is in the yellow, from the high to the low, lower high, lower low. And then this price action, what we got going on right here, could just be something that took place like right up in here. Like I said, the noise, whereas we see the new lower high to the new lower low that we got from over here. This push here that we thought was the pullback that we need to see could be this type of price action right here where we're getting that pullback and say, okay, well, we now got the pullback on the 4-hour time frame. So now we should be going to make that lower low. But if it comes open to next week where we see the fuckery start to produce like this price action right here, where we saw that low for so long, and price action failed so many times to break that low and then finally broke it, we could see that coming up in the near future. Price action coming up, giving you that higher low, push back up, and you say, okay, well, here it comes now. Nope, new higher low, and then we finally get that push, retesting this 4-hour level right up in here, and then finally giving you that new lower low. Same price action you got right here to push up, come back down, the fuckery in between, finally give you that breaking structure to the top side, thinking, oh, damn, we're going bullish. Nope. Right back to the downside break, and then same pattern, kind of, identify it right up in there. So that might be a little bit confusing if you just not getting to the charts, but outside of that, just wanted to point that out. Got this right here is that liquidity area, all those lows starting to build up, all that liquidity starting to build up. We finally came down and grabbed that liquidity and then started reacting bullishly. The thing that I look for to say, okay, well, since we grabbed liquidity, should we be still looking for the shorts or should we be looking for the longs? I'm looking for structural breaks looking left. Now, on the 1-hour time frame, you do have a structural break right here. High, low, lower, high, lower, low. So with this push right here, this could pull back and then give you some gas back up to the top side. It could. We just gonna have to flow with the markets and see what the market is giving us and see what we potentially can get active going into next week. But a lot of that is kind of just like futuristic perspective to try to see what price action could do, what it can do, based off of the candles we got in front of us now. Last week, like I said, we did create a new 4-hour range, pushing up, breaking structure, looking left, coming down, immediate breaking structure, looking left. So 4-hour range from the high to the low. As you track this price action here, when you're saying hourly structure, high, low, lower, high, lower, low, we got the pullback of, let me see, I think that might be a little bit different. Let's do that over. Let's see here. We got the high, low, lower, high. I think when I looked at this before, I called this the new lower, low, lower, high, and lower, low, because you do see that structural break on the 15-minute time frame. And then once we pushed up here, new higher, high, change the color on that, new higher, high, higher, low. And then because there are no 15-minute structural breaks between all this price action, this is the new 1-hour high, high. So the hourly support to the hourly resistance right up here. Identify that in yellow. So that's where we get our hourly range from, the hourly resistance. And then coming into next week, because we have broken 15-minute structure with the way price action closed on Friday, right up in here, you got a little higher, low, higher, low, higher, low, higher, low. We broken structure. What I'm looking for initially when the market opens up is a quick pullback to this blue line, little imbalance field right here, looking left, and then see if we can get bearish price action back into this 1-hour support. Once, however, price action gets down here, if it's just one big ass candle or if it's a retracement like this, however it gets back to this 1-hour support, is then where I want to start making decisions on, are we going to continue and break higher time frame structure looking left, or do we come down here and get some fuckery and see price action pull back again, come back up to the top side and do whatever it wants to do and continue on? We do have a lot of red folder news next week, so we could see some quick movement throughout the market, but initially speaking, what I'm looking for is a simple pullback to see if we do get that retracement type price action back to the downside, or those price actions, just because all of this is big bullish, do we just open up and start back breaking to the top side? So in either scenario, I want to see pullback, break, retest, and push. And then I'm looking to get in on the middle areas of whatever price action decide to do. So I want to enter from there, or I want to enter from here for the shorts. So depending on how price action plays out, that's going to be my analysis for AU. That's what I'm ultimately looking for. Daily, weekly, 4-hour bullish, hourly bullish, 15-minute is bearish. So be careful, be selective, take the trades that make sense to you. In my eyes, this setup right here, this analysis makes sense. It might not make sense to you. You might have to go back and break it down some other different kind of way. I don't trade none of them fair value gaps and none of that other extra shit. I trade swing levels, supply and demand, support and resistance. Real simple, real easy. Look at the candles, see what the candles did, make a decision based off the candles. All the rest of that shit is just extra to get in your head and play with your psychology and think, oh, well, I gotta know how to identify the square root or equal negative sign 2 plus, man. Fuck that and all that shit. Look at these candles. If you don't know what you're doing, look at the candles, see what they did. Go back and replay from the week before, see what the candles did once you identify certain things. So if I was new to the market, I would be looking at the high points. What happened when price got to these points? How did they turn around? Did they push into any structures looking left? What time was it? Was there any news around that situation? What caused the market to drop like this? Was there a news release on Tuesday, October 24th at 8 o'clock at night? Or was it just normal price action causing price to move like this? Did we push into an imbalance level looking left that caused price action to look like this? Or was this just, potential area of interest, retracement type price action to come back into a level to mitigate to cause it to leak off and then break structure? There's a whole bunch of different things that can potentially lead you down the road to where you're trying to get. So don't just listen to, just one person perspective, especially if you're new to the game. Now, once you've been in the game for a little bit and you know what's going on and you see how price moving, and you found your pair that you like to get busy with, hey, the rest of that shit is just noise. Get busy how you get busy. Pushing over to UCAD. Like I said, we've been looking for buys on UCAD for the last 2 to 3 weeks. First liquidity target was smashed up last week on Friday morning. News popped off, gave us that extra little to get up through that thing. Do see price action closing above that liquidity target we were looking for. Bullish on the daily, bullish on the weekly. So if we do come with some type of retracement activity, we will be looking for the retracement shorts. Not saying that the market is turning around and going bearish, but like I said, retracement activities simply because we know price action has closed and met that liquidity target. Daily bullish, high, low, high, low, 4-hour support area right up in here. They gave you a push to the top side. When you bump down to the 4-hour time frame, you can see the structure for the most part. With that daily low here, and then the price action in between, you can kind of identify your 4-hourly levels: high, low, higher, higher, low, higher. Because this was the new higher low on the 4-hour time frame, all the price action in between is now hourly structure. So high, somewhat of a higher low, higher low, higher high. Higher low confirmed to get up out of there, push to the top side. When you come down to the hourly time frame, you can kind of see that structure start to develop and start to play out, see how you can potentially identify supports and resistance, supply and demands, all that good shit. But for the most part, going into this week, price action is still big bullish. We can look for the retracement trades on this, and because, like I said, we closed above that liquidity target. But ultimately, it's going to be best to find the best bullish scenario. Those retracement type trades can get your ass eat up, because what you'll see is price action will move very slow, just printing candles, very small, not a lot of volume, coming back into a level it's trying to reach. And then once it finally reached that level, it could take off on your ass. And if you ain't at the targets, if you ain't at the charts in time to get up out of that thing, that retracement trade activity that you can got into, or you can have to take profit in the right spot, you could potentially take that L for no reason. When you know you was looking for a bullish number, you was just trying to take advantage of the market at the time, caught you a little retracement. Look good in the beginning, but then you got your ass smacked. Bitch, catch bitch. But yeah, so looking for retracement activities. If we close below this hourly support at 137.960 area, we'll potentially take some breakout shorts, come back now into that 4-hour demand / support area looking left, and then see what price action wants to do from there. So ultimately, big bullish, daily, weekly, 4-hour. Hourly is even bullish. 15-minute is still bullish currently until we break below this first 15-minute level right up in her. And then we'll be going from there. So starting the week off, just gonna watch and see what happens. If I do catch some closure activity below this first 15-minute level, 138.610 area, I might, depending on how I'm feeling tomorrow, I might hop off in that thing for a little retracement type short activity. Next support area right down here at 138, 150 type area. So we're gonna see what it do. that is UCAD. Pushing over to GU. GU. Yeah, we still got a potential to go bullish on GU. That 4-hourly range is still intact from the low to the high. We did pull back. We pulled back deep within that 4-hourly range, all the way back to the 786. And generally, from what I've seen in the past, when you see price action close below a range, you know, this is a 4-hour range at this point. A range is 786 level, you close below. 9 times out of 10, that bitch is getting ready to flip back around and go back bearish on you. So that's gonna be something to look into coming into the next upcoming weeks on GU. But because we bullish here and we haven't broken this low, we potentially could come out looking for the longs in the beginning. The way you say your bread and you don't get ate up is you just sit back and wait. Coming from the weekly time frame, go ahead and blink that thing. What we can see, bearish here, could be coming down to retest this area right up here. Looking at the daily, we got from the high to the low. We can identify this low because we have this 4-hour structurally break right here on the 4-hour time frame, pushing up, coming back down. Have not broke this low just yet. So when you bring that analysis back, we got a daily high to the daily low, 4-hour level from the high to the low, right up on her. And all the price action in between that range will now be 1 hour, 15 minute, 30-minute type price action going on there. So they are 4-hourly low to the 4-hourly high. So then you'd have the hourly level look something like the high to the low, lower high, lower low. Failed to create a new high, so you could say lower high, and then we don't break this low till we get all the way back over here. So the hourly range from here, we pull back, we try to create and fail. So we could say lower high fail to create, and then new higher high. So new hourly ranges from this low here all the way to this top side, and then immediately we come all the way back down and break structural lows right back and over here. So that's why this high here and this high or that low there is your hourly range. And in between there is your 15 minutes. So, high, low, lower, low, pull back, didn't break just yet. So we do have a slight resistance right up in there. And we just gonna see what price action does when it opens up. Come to the hourly, high to low, high, low. We did close above here, so we could say the 15-minute is trying to roll over bullish. Yeah. Either way, we got a resistance right up in here. Possible breakout buys above that 21,630 area. If we do get that break and close above here, we look for the candle to close, and then we take the breakout of the next candle that pushes above this high right over here, and then we target somewhere looking left, right back and up here, or back into this 1-hour resistance. So could get busy on some buys, but like I said, once you see price action close below, the current ranges, higher time frame range, 786 area, you better be careful with them buys. One thing that does kind of stand out to me as far as wanting to take those buys and could have some success is as we got this little price action here, we're constantly making higher highs and higher lows. No previous higher low has been broken just yet. So ultimately, that could be our key insight to say, okay, well, let's key into this area right here. Let's see what happens when we pull back to this red area here, this 15-minute resistance. Do we break above and give you a new higher high? Because at that point, either we could take the breakout buys, or we can wait for a retracement and then get back up out of there that way. And then you now have bullet structure starting to create back up into this point. So a lot of different ways you can look at it. For me, I don't really trade GU like that. I'm gonna set it up and see how it works. If we open up and come and exhaust, potentially could start looking for shorts to come back down. If we open up and break above, could take the breakout play from right up here. So it's definitely gonna be a sit back and wait at the start of this week, seeing as how we kind of stuck in the middle of the lower time frame ranges. UJ finally broke above that hourly range from this high to this low. And the price action from there is just really kind of funky to mark up. Bumping out to the weekly. Let's see here. Bullish, big bullish. I remember we was trying to take short from right over here. Got the reaction we was looking for and got started to get cooked back to the top side. Ever since then, I kind of just been off of it for the most part, but looks like a daily low right down here. We haven't seen that break of structure on the 4-hour time frame just yet to try to identify that the high or the top side of that daily high. So right now we just got that daily low identified. We still haven't pushed above this liquidity target, so we still could be scooting up to the top side on G or UJ. So right now Bullish on the weekly, bullish on the daily. Looks like we're bullish on the 4 hour as well. Bump down on shorter right here. This price action is difficult to identify some because you got the higher low, higher high. This area came down and broke that low, and then it don't get back out of there until here. So I ain't got a lot of faith in this hourly support. I don't have a lot of faith in this 4 hourly support. This is just the way that I identify it based on the way I trade. And once price action give me some more information, I'm really rushing. Usually it'll be a chart that I'm rushing to get back to reanalyze because I don't like this analyzation. This is just what I came up mentally that makes sense. 4 hour range looks something like that from the low to the high. Hourly support potentially could be here, but like I said, I don't really trust it. UJ been moving funky for a little minute ever since this fuckery right here happened, and it just it don't leave me looking at it. Usually I don't be like, oh yeah, I'm about to hop in. No, fuck no. I'm sitting back and waiting for some more evidence. I wait another 2 or 3 weeks for UJ to make some more moves before I really feel comfortable hopping in. But ultimately, the way I got this marked up, hourly support, hourly high, hourly resistance, same area as that 4 hour resistance. And then on the 15-minute time frame, we're looking to see if we can get a pullback to potentially go back bearish because this 15-minute time frame has rolled over bearish. This could be just a break in a retest of this hourly support. So if we see price action closing above this little 15-minute resistance here, we could be cuckoo chewing back up to that liquidity target that we saw looking left on the higher time frames. I'm gonna go ahead and identify that now. Sorry if it do line up for you, Brett. I do know where I'm trying to get to. Right up and there. So yeah, wait, is that it? Yeah, that's right. Okay, yeah. Come down to that. It looks pretty close. Outside of that, I ain't really got too much more gas on UJ. I don't like the structure. I don't really like the analysis, but for what made sense to my brain and my eyes is right here on the screen. And if it works out, it works out. If it don't, I'm not upset. So be careful with UJ. Any of the JPYs, they all moving kind of funky. Clicking over to GJ, bump out to that weekly. Go ahead and blank everything. Still big bullish. Higher high or higher low, higher high. Could be the new higher low. Right now, looking like it want to go short based off of the way these candles forming right up here. So you hop down to the daily low to the daily high. 4 hour range was bearish here. We flipped and broke structure here. So the new 4 hour range is currently bullish from this low to that high. When you bring the analysis back, we see we got to identify it that way. 4 hourly currently bullish. So when you jump down to the 4 hourly time frame, you see, okay, now I got hourly structure I'm working with. So I can say low to the high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high within that hourly structure. So then the pullback here didn't break structure. So we don't get wait, did it break structure? I can't see with this shit in the way. Right here, did we break structure? Yeah, look like we did. So new hourly high that created new hourly low. Pinch a new lower high, created new lower low. Immediately came back and broke structure to the top side. So it would be from low to the high, potential new higher low, all the way back up to the higher high that immediately came down and broke structure right here to the left. This is more consolidative than it is trending. But when you're just breaking down swing levels, then this is kind of how it plays out. So for right now, I got my hourly resistance up top, hourly support right down here. So we're playing within this hourly range. Based off of the 15, what do we see? See a high to a low, lower high, lower low, lower high, come down, lower low, lower high. That's funky. High to a low. You say lower high, lower low, higher high, higher low, higher high. Starting to come back down. So I would say daily bullish, weekly bullish, 4 hour bullish, hourly is bearish, and the 15-minute is bearish. And yeah, we just sitting back and waiting. This is, like I said, this is some tough price action to kind of analyze based off the way I do it with supports and resistance, supply and demand. So this is the way my brain saw it. This is the way I got it put down. This is the way I'm gonna leave it. I got breakout buys above 182.602 and continuation shorts below 181.071. So the continuation shorts, what I want to see is this level get broken, price action pull back. This is where I'd be looking to enter into a trade to potentially catch shorts back into this 4 hourly support slash demand area right down here. And it's such a large area. Even when you break down to the lower time frames of 5 minute, 1 minute, 2 minute, you can't really identify well, that would be the support. So let me see. Hold up. I just saw something a little bit. So it's a high, low, lower, high, lower, low. Came, failed to create. So you could potentially identify a demand area right up in this thing, right up in her. And we tapped into here, then we tapped, came back down and got up out of that thing. So we could take it from there to there, drag that thing across. Yeah, this price action is fucking funky. Let's see what that looks like. Supply demand. We kind of tapped into it right here. We tapped into it there. Yeah, so if that's the demand area, we didn't tap into that thing a few times. Pap right there, pap right there. We do get bullish responses every time we tap. But another way that I came to understand the market is every time we do tap, we have less orders still left in this area within the market. So potentially, if we don't come out bullish breaking highs right here, we could see that roll over into the downside, coming deeper back within the support. And at that point, that demand area is null and void. So I wouldn't want to leave that on the chart there. I would just play it continuation shorts, breaking retest, and then possible breakout buys, and then continuation buys above this area, breaking retest trade right up in there. Pushing over to gold. Like I said, gold did roll over back bullish. We did see the retracement type activity we saw. It didn't drop as deep as we wanted it to, but we did get some type of retracement action, high, low, lower, high, lower, low going into last week. Then we tapped into that area looking left and then got back up out of there to the top side. So bumping out to the weekly, bullish. Daily is bullish. A daily low, daily high. Within that daily range, we started creating a little downtrend. So the high to low, lower, high, lower, low, lower, high, lower, low. Within that 4-hour trend slash structure, we created the low that broke above structural highs right over here. And we have not started that retracement phase just yet. We bumped down to the 4-hour. We can see that hourly structure right up and through here. So if we're looking at hourly, looking left, we come back up. This would have been the last. So you got the high or the low to the high, higher low, higher high, higher low, all the way back up, higher high, higher low. So right here, that hourly support pushing up, creating 15-minute structures, 15-minute structure and trend right up in here. So the previous 15 minutes support right there. So yeah. If I was looking for a pullback on this, I probably would just be looking into the structure most recently broken, which is right there. So if I did get some type of trickle down type of price action, I will be looking to buy from that area, but only if it sets up. It would have to come down. Price action would have to pull back to that area and then tap into that area, and then I would have to see structural breaks like right up in here, and then pull back, respect the low, looking left, and then get back up out of there to take that buy. So otherwise, it could come back deeper into that 15-minute support, and then even deeper to the hourly support. So a lot of different playouts on gold, but everything else is currently bullish. 4-hour, daily, weekly bullish. Hourly is now back bullish, and then 15-minute bullish as well. So a lot of different things to look out for. With that news popping out for next week, you're gonna have some gas within the market. Price action should be moving forward next week. Kicking off on Monday, we got some Euro news, German preliminary CPI. I'm only looking at red folder news for the most part. Retail sales on the AUD. So this could, let me see. Hold on. I said we're looking at red folder news. Let me see what we're looking for. This could be our push to give us that pullback if the numbers come out good. To give us that move there to then drag us on down. That could be the catalyst for it. That could give us enough gas with the retail sales. Like I said, Euro, German preliminary CPI. Then we got Monday, London session, Euro, Spanish flash CPI, bump all the way down to Chinese yen. That's what that's for. Chinese yuan. Yeah, one, yeah, one of the motherfuckers, CYN, you know what I mean. Manufacturing PMI, you got the Japanese yen, so that's got to be one. Japanese yen, BOJ outlook report, red folder right here. So look for some JPI or JPY type movie, UJ, GJ, NJ, AJ, all the motherfuckers. JPY on Tuesday. Tuesday, New York session, we got the GDP on the CAD. Let me see on the CAD what we're looking to get to. Yeah, so that could spike if we have bad numbers, or that could push us up into that, that other liquidity target too. So, news could give us some gas to take it where we want to go. But as we go deeper into the week, unemployment claims on the NZD. One thing I've learned when you see NZD news or AUD news and you see them red folders, be careful because they do definitely affect each other. So NZD, I will be cautious It's 5 o'clock, so I wouldn't be trying to get active on the chart. But if I only trade AU and I saw NZD news with red photo news, I would pay attention to my AUD chart because this news right here could cause the AUD pair price action to go stupid. Bumping down into Wednesday, USD ADP non-farm employment change, and then PMI, federal fund rates, FOMC on Wednesday around that noonish area. CHF, CPI on Thursday, GBP on Thursday, and then I think NFP on Friday, non-farm employment change. It used to be non-farm payroll. Maybe it's the following week. Let's see. Yeah, so I guess it's non-farm employment change now because you say non-farm payroll. NFP, that's what it stands for, if you didn't know that. But outside of that, man, that's about all I got. It was a decent week, sneak decent. I kind of got out of some positions earlier than I wish I wish I had stayed in. Simply because I got in some position. And if you've been following me for a while, I like to get in. I like price action to move. I don't like no fumbling and dumbling around. That shit get the fumbling. I get the fumbling. It make me nervous. Make me sweat. And so yeah, I got out some positions early, and them shits ended up taking off and going where I wanted them to go. But we're still trying to capture that part of life. That human aspect has not been a great aspect for me. I guess I still struggle with to today, and I've been in the market for 4 to 5 years now. So yeah, we're gonna take it one day at a time, one trade at a time, and we're gonna get active and get this money. But if you like the video, hit that like button for your brat. I'm up out of that thing. Big booty hoes, ENT in the building. We out. Peace.